Good evening, ma'am. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. What about you? What about
Yes.
you?
First of all, I will give my introduction. Then topic. First of all, my name is Kamlesh. I have done my graduation from civil engineering. Now I am preparing competitive examinations. And if I talk about my hobby, that I like to reading the newspapers, I like to ball and cricket and cooking food, all of about.
Okay, okay. Okay, so it's my turn now. I'm Preeti and I'm an English teacher. I work in a private school. I'm from Haryana. And if I talk about my educational qualification, I have done MBA, then MA English and BEd. Apart from my teaching, I run my two YouTube channel. One is Easy Way to Learn with Preeti, that is my study channel, and another one Easy Way Blog, that is my blogging channel. That's all about me. If you want to ask, you can ask.
So, as you are teacher, so how much difficulties comes in your life when you teach in in the student, and there are lot of the student they ask some different questions. How you will be handle?
Hmm. Okay, now the ball is in my court, so I'm telling you about my journey. So, whenever when did I start? That time I was a mother teacher. I started my journey as a mother teacher of second class.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
so that time, yes, that time I was fresher. So in starting, I really faced a lot of problem because I was not trained that time, and I was not aware about the ABCD of English of teacher. How can I handle the students, especially junior students? So it was really a difficult task, but somehow I learned so many things from my senior teacher. And yes, gradually with the passing of time, every year I learned so many different skills, which is really needful for a teacher. I learned so many things, and yes, the difference which I found in my teaching after Corona. Before Corona, I was teaching English as a subject only, but after Corona or during Corona, which I realized because that time we all teachers were forcefully, it is important, like we have to be compelled to take online classes.
yes,
So
yes.
yes, that time I learned how to face camera and how to take online. Can I teach through online? So I was not aware that time. It was really. I always feel nervous that during my online classes because I was not in the habit of facing camera. And after Corona, when I started my channel, so that time also I was much hesitate. I was under the confidence, but yes, gradually with the practice, like every man, we can always say this proverb: "Practice makes a man perfect." So it is really true. Gradually, with the passing of time, and when I regularly uploading the videos, so gradually I am improving day by day, and now I can say I'm teaching English as a language, not as a subject, because now I always try to motivate my student. English is just like Hindi and any other language, because language is really important for communication. Communication in the sense by which I can share my views with the another person, and if you are listening me, you can easily communicate with me. So that is the communication mode by which we can share our thoughts, ideas. So same
Ma'am,
as
here
English is also a language only. Yes.
actually, ma'am, you told me actually you have complete your graduation from English literature. Am I right?
Yes.
Also graduation from MBA. So how do you utilize your MBA courses when you teach in education field? So how do you utilize and why do you not go ahead in the MBA in field of the business and marketing? Also is
Hmm.
a good opportunity. But why
Yeah,
are you shifting in your English field field because of, there is a lot of the teachers they are teaching also. It depend on person, but yes, I think my question for you, how you
Yeah.
utilize your.
Hmm. Earlier, I did MBA first, and that time I did my MBA because that time it was my passion, it was my ambition to go in corporate. I want to be a corporate lady that time, but yes, after got married, the ambition changed because of the family responsibilities, you can say. Because that time I realized I can't manage the family with the responsibility of corporate companies, because there is the time duration and workload is more as compared to teacher. As it was my thinking, but when
Yes,
I
yes.
yes, but when I entered in the teaching profession, so that time I realized that teaching is also not very easy. Yes. uh, the time duration, we can say, like from 7:30 to 3, it's the time duration of most of schools now. But even after departure, when we come back at the house, we do so many work at house also, like assignment work, lesson planning work, sometimes checking work, and test, and then making list on in our system. Because nowadays after corona, it's the workload is, you can say, it's doubled, because now every subject teacher have to make their question paper by their own. We have typed, we should have edit them, and then we submit in the school. So sometimes it's really difficult, because earlier before corona we all were making everything by on the page, on the yes, in the we always make every type of list on the pages. But now we have to maintain every type of record in the computer. So
Okay.
yes,
You
now
are.
the workload is double. So it's
Yes,
not easy. Yeah, I know it very well. MBA and MA English both are totally different degrees. But yes, now I'm in teaching. So when I thought like teaching is good for me, so that time I started my MA English. Then I did
so.
MBA.
Yes, yeah. So my second, third question is that now I am preparing for competitive examination, right? And I realized that I should be open my own institute for competitive exam point of view.
Okay,
So
okay.
question, it is good for me or not? How much difficulties maybe comes my life, because I am as a new, I don't have a lot of the financially strong, and I create something my own way. So how much difficulties maybe come, because you already open and you maybe realize your journey that involve the profession of English. Yes,
Hmm.
please.
So in my, I'm no much experience about it, because I'm working under others sup- uh, supervision, because I'm working in a private school. But yes, I think in my opinion, if you want to run your own institute, if you want to run your own business, so in that case, first the foremost important thing is you should have courage. That is really important. Courage to take risk. You should be ready to take risk, because business always run on the risk. Okay,
Yes, yes.
and yes, second thing, you should have some backup of money also. If because in starting, if you want to run any business, so you have to invest first. First, you will invest there, and then maybe it's depend on the luck also. It's depend on your hard work also. Like you are getting profit, or maybe 1 or 2 years you can run your business, no profit, no loss. So somehow you have to be careful about the result, especially about the result. Maybe it's depend on you, and we can give you only break a leg, always ready to break a leg, like it's a good luck for you. Maybe you in the it's depend on luck also. In first year you can get good result, but in market the competition is very high nowadays. So always
Yes, yes.
ready to, yes, so always ready to get different type of opinion from other side. Sometimes our own friends and relatives can create this type of negative thinking in our mind, he can handle or not. He will
Yes, yes,
destroy the monies. You will destroy the whole money. So somehow negative responses we can get from our relative side, from our friend side, because they
yes,
always ready to demotivate us. They can't, they never ready to courage and give positive response, because in starting no one can ready to give support, no family
yes,
members,
yes,
no friends. But once if you are putting your best effort, and if you are showing to them, if you are feeling successful, and if you get success,
yes,
so in that case everybody will stay behind you. They can support you, they will ready to support you. This is the reality of life.
exactly. So yes, ma'am, there may be some social pressures because the family member what they think about if you do not succeed, then people what they why are you open? Why do you open your institute? You should be try to your journey, whatever you are doing. So like this kind of a social pressure maybe some complex. Yes,
Yes, yes. Yeah, they always ready to do commentary. If you are going on the good track, then they will give positive response. Yes, we will believe on you, and we are believing. We have already believed, like you can do. But yes, if you somehow if you are lacking behind, and if you are not showing like you are a good person, you can be get success. So in that case, definitely they will ready to demotivate you,
of course.
because
Right
it is
now.
said that now people always ready to speak something. They are always ready to backbiting on you.
Right, ma'am, you are telling exactly right. Do you have questions any for me? Please ask.
Yeah, I want to ask, like you are preparing nowadays for competitive exams. So which type of exam you want to crack, and for which post?
Actually, I am preparing especially UPSC. Public sector. I focus UPSC in the last 2 years. So I will appear 2025 examination. I have
Okay.
dedicated routines. I all of this my tasks I completed and practices. And the remaining time I use that I should be try to conversations with other persons because I requirement to interview. When the interview, it will be best upon the discussion. So if you do not have a proper knowledge and discussion and agitation, it will be a challenge for me. So I decided like I should be continue because most of these people are talking well, and I watch your video also debate and discussion. There are a lot of the people. So I fully motivated from all of these people who are discussing on the platform. Yes, like this type of.
Yeah, definitely. If you, I always think like whatever thing is your negative point, na? Because every person know it very well. First, analyze the problem. First, analyze your negative points where you are lacking behind, in which way, in which subject, and always give ready to put more and more efforts to remove that negative point. Suppose a person is, suppose a student have five subjects: maths, English, SST, science, and Hindi. Okay. So out of five, if the student's interest is not in the maths, so I
Yes, yes,
always, so somehow we always get this response like, ma'am, I don't like maths. I don't like maths. That's why I always get very less marks in maths. So I always try to motivate those person and students in which subject you are weak. Always try to give your 100% only those subject first. Suppose
yes,
in the morning your mind is stressed, or maybe you are in you want to do study at the night time, so always give 1 hour to your that weak subject, and less than 1 hour you can give practice to other subjects. Because once if you will try to hide yourself from your negative point, so that negativity will increase day by day. So always try to remove your negativity first.
yes, ma'am. Actually, when I writing skills when I improve myself, that I try to improve some essay writing, but that time I realized that lot of the make mistakes. And how I should be check. I never be find out where I make mistake and it is right or not. When I check my self analysis, that I never be find out. So how I should be improve.
First, I think first, there are four modules of speaking any language: listening,
Yes,
LWR, yes, listening, speaking, reading, and writing. These four. So writing always come in the end. First, you have to start, give more and more practice for listening, then speaking, then reading, and in the end for writing. Once if you will start practice directly for writing section, so same problem you will face. Like I'm writing many things, but no one is there to rectify my mistakes. How can I remove my mistakes? So without any expert tutor, we can't rectify those mistakes. For that, I think first you should start your listening practice, listening others conversation, podcast, English news channels. You can start storytelling method, and you can start listening as much English as you can. It means as much time you have, try to listen others. Yes, everything. If you are very fond of movies, so you can listen movies. You can start uh, because I'm not very fond of TV and social media especially. I just like to run 2 3 apps on social media, but I'm not much aware about each and everything. Usually I have only time in the evening, so then I try to consume my time in conversations 1 or 2 hours, and rest of time I do my school work and household work. So usually I do this. So for that, for you, I just want to give suggestion. First, listen more and more. Then try to
yes,
speak. Yes, try to speak as much as you can. In one
okay,
day, try to do 2 or 3 conversation at least. Okay, every day you can do practice, because nowadays Skype is there, and on Skype there are so many groups. You can connect with anyone anytime.
yes,
And
yes,
third is, yes, reading. Start reading. You can start reading newspaper. You can start reading with the story books, any type of books. If you have, I think you are doing exams preparation, so you should have, I think, most of books. You're always
yes, yes,
surrounded by books, maybe. Okay, so always start loud reading, so that you can make your mouth familiar, mouth muscles familiar with the speaking part of English. And then in the last, you can do writing practice. And if
yes,
someone is there with you who can check your writing part, so try to take the help of that person. If no one is there, then first try to give pressure on these three writings, these three modules of speaking English: listening, speaking, and reading. And in the end, try to for writing. And you